Audiobook's Inspirational presents an unabridged recording of Eli by Bill Myers, narrated by Richard Ferrone. This work is copyrighted 2000 by Bill Myers. This recording is copyrighted 2000 by Recorded Books. A fiery car crash. A man at the brink of death. But TV journalist Conrad Davis awakens unexpectedly in another world, a world exactly like ours, except for one detail. Jesus Christ did not come 2,000 years ago, but today. And now, Eli.
Part 1. Chapter 1. Monday was an inconvenient time to die. Come to think of it, Tuesday through Sunday weren't all that agreeable either. Conrad Davis had too many important things to do, too many fires to put out, too many producers to plead with, cajole, and, if necessary, circumvent. Not interesting? Too cerebral? What were they talking about? Did they honestly think TV audiences were that stupid? "Give us another multi-birth story," they'd said. "Those McCoy septuplets, don't they have a birthday coming up? Or how about another psychic piece, some mother visited by her dead daughter? Those always work." "Guys," Conrad glanced around the table in the smoke-filled war room. He could already feel the back of his neck beginning to tighten. "We're talking about a major scientific breakthrough here." But the other producers of the primetime news magazine, Up Front, continued without hearing. "Or how about another cripple story?" suggested Peggy Martin, one of the few females on staff. "Some guy in a wheelchair climbing Mount Everest or something." "Guys." "We did that last November." "Guys." "Listen, Connie." It was Phil Harrison, the show's exec. He took a drag off his cigarette and motioned to the monitor where they'd just viewed a rough cut of Conrad's segment. "All we're saying is that this piece is too cerebral. I mean, parallel universes? Come on, who cares?" Leo Singer, a rival producer, snickered. "Next time you'll be doing a piece on quantum physics." The rest of the room chuckled. It was supposed to be good-natured, but Conrad knew that nothing in this dog-eat-dog world of TV journalism was good-natured. One or two missteps, like producing a worthless segment that no one cared about, could spell disaster, especially with 5,000 kids half his age waiting in the wings for his job. "Is that what you would have said about the Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk?" Conrad argued. "Or the moon landing? Or the invention of the light bulb? That it's too cerebral? What we're talking about is the existence of other realities right here beside our own, worlds identical to ours but with minor or sometimes major differences." "Worlds we can't even see," another producer pointed out. "How convenient," Singer sighed. Peggy Martin added, "And worlds that have no effect upon the lives of our viewers." Conrad glanced at the faces around the table. He was going down for the count, and his colleagues, better known as competitors, were doing their best to keep him there. But he'd been in this position 100 times before, refusing to dish out pabulum for the masses, insisting upon truth and relevancy. That's how he'd earned the 2 Emmys and those countless other awards. "Connie," it was Harrison again. "This professor that you interviewed, what's his name?" "Endo." "All this Professor Endo has is theory, right?" "Plus support from top-world physicists," Conrad corrected, "not to mention some staggering mathematical formulas." "Oh, mathematics, that'll kick up the ratings," Singer scoffed. Others around the table agreed. The tension from Conrad's neck crept into the base of his skull. Harrison continued. If there was something tangible, something you could show on tape, then you'd have a story. But this... Harrison shook his head and dropped his cigarette into the half-empty can of Diet Coke. It hissed quietly as he turned to the next producer. "Wolf, how's that toxic waste segment coming?" The meeting had been less than 2 hours ago, and Conrad was already back on the 101 heading north out of Los Angeles. Professor Endo lived an hour outside the city in the town of Camarillo. If they wanted something tangible, he'd get something tangible. Not because this story was a great...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.